Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back to the Jag. I've been trying to get to this for about 3 weeks to get this motor out. So this is the one I bought not long ago. Um, we did get it to run, and it almost exploded on me because we hot wired the ignition because there was no key, and I was basically spraying fuel in there, and then yeah, it fired, it ran, and then it backfired, and then it just was this big fireball. Really, I should have been filming it so you could laugh at me, but them's the breaks. But yeah, today I'm going to have this out. I actually took the red Jag, the turbo one, that's going to be a turbo one, home because yeah, I was going to do it on the lockdown, but obviously the lockdown didn't happen. So yeah, and I was going to work on this tomorrow, but I'm going to Harvey Bay now tomorrow because I've got a job up there. But we've got young Jake with us. Where's it go? You don't know which way to turn your arm. Doesn't twist the right way. So he's going to do some filming while I continue to work away. What we got? Hey, Mr. Jack. All's well. Yep, all's good here. Vintage bikes. I've been good, buddy. Just poking along and yeah, just trying to get a bit done. Spent the morning with the kids and that, and yeah, just over here doing a bit. I've been playing with security cameras and stuff like that, so added another one in today, which is good. More to come up. Is there, Aaron? More drone videos. Can Jake read chats? Yes, I'm pretty sure Jake can. So here we go. I'll hand that over to him, and I will continue to work and get stuff done. So yeah, Jake. It looks like Jake's going to be keen to jump on board to do some editing.
I've got no choice now.
I sort of set him up a bit by putting it out to you guys, and then you hassled him. But he'll get the hang of it quickly. It's a bit of a daunting thought to start with, but once you get your head around it, editing's not too bad. It's just time consuming, which is the worst part about it. It just takes so long to edit video.
I think that one's stripped.
Is it?
Yeah. Ben Arnold, $10 super chat.
Ben, thank you very much, mate. Awesome supporter, Ben. You're always there to pitch in and keep me moving, keep me motivated, and keep me. I bought these the other day, super cheap, $150 for the pair, and they're freaking awesome. They're a small drive, like they're not a powerhouse, so you can't like undo wheel nuts and stuff, but they're just
Mr. Jack,
speed things up, you know.
I haven't started yet.
He hasn't started yet. No, I was gonna bring the computer across here today and get him started on teaching him how to edit. But when I left home, Mia was carrying on, and I just, yeah. Anyway, it didn't happen today, but it will happen. It's we will get there. Just all happens in good time. That's actually part of that as well. One of the bolts down here, guys, to the radiators. Stripped apparently. Yeah.
Who's this? This is Agent Gaming. Is the Jag a slant?
No. Jags are they're a 4.2 litre twin overhead cam, and they run a bucket shim. So exactly the same as a Barra, right? So a Barra is a 4 litre, I think, around about the same size as a Jag motor. Twin overhead cam, same as a Jag, twin overhead cam, except Barras run rockers to the cam on the top, which at high revs aren't as good as running a bucket shim, so which makes the Jag 4.2 litre a better motor than the Barra, because the cylinder head is actually better. Does that make sense? So see, like, you can't see, but twin overhead cam, okay, and then bucket shim. A bucket shim where the cam lobes go round and press your valve spring down. It's basically straight onto like a plate on top of the spring, and it just works. Instead of running a rocker arm that can snap, float at high RPM, you know, the valve springs still can float on this, but big powered 6 cylinders aren't a new thing, just so as you Barra guys know.
I did find someone that does do custom grinds for the Jag cams.
Yep. There's a lot of companies around that do them.
Yeah. But he'll even go as far as doing a custom cam if you can find the cam blanks.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, these engines, they done I'm pretty keen to buy. I don't know if you guys have seen the XKRs. Like the 2007 upwards are pretty expensive, but the 2007 down, if you don't go right back to 97, 98, you can get a 4.2 supercharged one. I'm getting pretty keen, to be honest, guys. I'm pretty keen to buy one. But where'd the rail going there?
On the ground.
Yeah. So we might have a supercharged Jag. I'm willing to sacrifice a few of my cars to get that to happen too. So let's wait for this virus to run its course, and then play with something a bit different, eh?
So Ben Arnold, happy to help, mate.
I do appreciate it, buddy. I did see a set of HQ rims the other day on Facebook, but they weren't widened ones like GDS wheels for you. Did you end up getting some, Ben, or?
Mr. Jack said editing is cheaper than crashing LSs. Yeah, a little bit.
Jesus Christ. Has Leaf been G'ing you guys up to hassle Jake or something? It's Leaf's favourite pastime as well.
Yeah. Matt, how did everyone like Mitch's Monaro? Graham Ball, $15 super chat.
Thank you very much, mate. I really, really appreciate it. Like, the support, guys, is phenomenal. And what he was digging for then is Mitch's Monaro has a late model Monaro interior in it. So you either love it or you hate it. Myself, I love it due to the fact that it makes it a drivable thing. Like, sometimes I like these Jags because the interiors are so nice and you can spend a lot of time in them. A lot of the old Holdens and Minis and that, they're just shit. Like, the thought of the car is great. The reality of those old springy seats. Yes, a concourse one, I'm not that interested. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Would you rather a highly modified car that you can drive and use? He's got aircon in it. I'm pretty sure he would have aircon, Mitch.
You'd call it resto mod, wouldn't you?
Yeah. His isn't quite a resto mod, though. Like, the outside is pretty standard, just old school running a set of welds, you know? Yeah. What do people reckon? What are the comments on Mitch's Monaro?
I'll read the next one after the Monaro. Are you going to buy that Crocodile VT Clubby on Kingatow parts page?
Oh, mate, I've already bought it. It's on its way. That's why I'm going to Harvey Bay to pick it up. No.
Vintage Bikes, $3 super chat.
Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Are you new Vintage Bikes, or have you changed your name? If you are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the ride. We are going to change back to a bit more of a normal format soon, where editing actually gets done. But yeah. The channel's a little bit different. I play in the dirt.
What motor originally came in the Charger?
A 245 Hemi. The motor is actually in that blue VH now, it's sitting right there. So it was just a 6-cylinder automatic car. Yeah, and it's going to have an interior such like Mitch's Monaro. It'll be running a late model interior. I won't be doing dash, I don't think. But someone's already put that's a VG. Someone's put a late model Valiant dash in that already. I do have an early model dash there for it though, but I don't know.
What's this? All I hear is jelly seats towards the Barra. Shed skid the Skyline. Needs new tyres anyway.
There's no jealousy towards the Barra. There's one sitting at the door there if you want one. Like, they dime a dozen. There's another one in an XR6 down there. It's not like I can't have one, so it can't be jealousy. I'm just not a 6-cylinder person. I know that I'm playing with a 6-cylinder here, but that's different. This is a Jag.
Matt reckons the Monaro is awesome.
Oh, it is. It is a beautiful car. Mitch has spent a lot of time and money on that thing, I can tell you that.
Yep. Vintage Bikes, new to the channel, mate.
Awesome. And so you do a few bikes, do you? Vintage bikes? You do a bit of restoration stuff? Yeah. What sort of bikes are you into?
Matt Crick, $2 super chat.
Thank you very much, Matt. Really, really appreciate it, buddy. Sorry to talk about barrows like that. I know you like them.
Agent Gaming, has anyone got an old Honda CT125 dirt bike for sale?
CT125 postie bike. I've got this out here. If you want this, mate, you can have it. It's not quite a CT. Very similar, but not quite a CT. That thing there. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. But it's a mad looking bit of gear. Shaft drive, it's is there a name on it? It's got the old Milo tin air points magneto cover. It's done 54,000 Ks. It is a, what's on the crankcase? It's a no-name brand. I don't even know what it is, but if someone can use it, you're welcome to it. Oh, there you go. What a beast. Look at that, VN, Monster Taco. Does it get any better? Mad.
The seats in there are actually pretty clean.
Yeah, they are. It's got Bellina seats in it. Good car. It's got a lever underneath the seat to block off the back brakes. Does anyone want the motor bike? They all...
I'll get out the sun so I can read them again.
No?
Where is it? It's a CT110.
That one?
Is what John said.
Okay, well there you go.
Agent Gaming said on a CT125 is more of a dirt bike engine. Its frame's not like a postie bike.
Are you talking about a CR125? A CT? CTs are postie bikes, aren't they?
CR125, that's a two-stroke. I had one.
I'd have a CR125 any day if there's one around.
I used to have one.
I'd love to get it done two-stroke.
I think I had two of them.
I might take that off because it's not broken before I break it, and then yeah.
Secret Squirrel. There was a bubbleback TX3 non-turbo in Victoria for $850.
Yeah. Bargain.
Yeah.
I sort of found, I've done a tow the other day, and there was a couple of Capris there. I'm waiting to hear back about them. Hopefully he'll swap me for the HB Tirana, and that'll give me the twin cam motor I need for my TX3. And the guy I got my TX3 off, the all-wheel drive one, he contacted me the other day. He's got a heap of bits he wants to sell, and he's got some other flash one he's building, some big horsepower one. So that'll be interesting to see. He's running some Toyota all-wheel drive system in it, apparently. So
Tom S, is the E36 going to get an LS1 in it?
Mate, to be honest, I don't have any plans for it at all. Like, I've got that much going on at the moment. I do like that body style. I'd like to put like an M3 kit or something on it, but it's not rusty. It does run and drive. At the moment, I'm happy for it just to sit there. You just never know where life's going to lead tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I think it'd be great with a LS1 in it. Leith was talking he wanted to put a WRX motor in it, but in order to do that, I've got to find. I wouldn't pull a WRX apart to do that. I don't know, to be honest. There's only so many hours in the day, and I've already got too many cars. I'm going to get the blown Jag going next week, get that over here and get the kick down on the auto, and maybe put an exhaust on it, see if we can't get it on the road. I really want to get this motor in the red one and get it going. Nerily done a job with me last night, and we were talking about the girls' day out we went on, because I went, Nerily and Savannah and my daughters and one of their friends, we went to the movies and shopping over in Toowoomba, and I quite enjoyed myself spending the day with the girls. So we'll go go-karting, but I'd much enjoy that more than shopping. So I'm going to try and get the red Jag going on the road, registered soon, because we won't all fit in the Mini, so we can do a road trip. Might even meet up with some of you guys while we're down in Brisbane or something when we go go-karting. So, so I got off track there a little bit. The E30 I really like. I'd like to do something with it. There is E36, sorry. There is an E30 two-door that I know of. I'm sort of half waiting off to see if I can get that, the earlier model one, because I'd really like to build one of them. So, if that makes sense.
I'll read my comments. Stephanie Paul, I think I got that right.
He's in the States.
Yep. What's the word, Red? Been a while.
Just been working, buddy. How are you going over there? Are you anywhere near New York, mate? Like, are you anywhere near any of these major issues that are going on? It's pretty wild over in the States from what I can see, mate. Hope everything's good.
Hoonigan Brad. Hear the ping, see the smoke. You've just been passed by a two-stroke. That's it.
I love two-strokes. I grew up with two-strokes. I've actually been thinking about getting one for a while. Not that I have any time to ride it. That's the problem. Like, I want all this stuff, and yeah, I don't know, guys.
If I get back into riding again, I'm looking at getting a KTM. I think it's EXC or something like that, 300 on-road two-stroke.
Yep.
Just for around town. Agent Gaming. They did make a CT 125. The frame is not like a postie, it is like a normal dirt bike. Yeah. It's a DT or anything like that. It's red, it's a CT.
Okay.
There's some sort of hard to find.
Yeah,
that's why okay.
I don't really know of them. Did we end up getting a reply from Vintage Bikes? What does he do? Does he do many bikes up?
I've seen... Charles, happy Easter, Red, to you and the family.
Thanks, buddy.
Hope you have a wonderful day, mate.
How could I not? Working on cars, talking crap, carrying on.
Vintage Bike said, asked Agent Gaming, are they like an ag bike?
Yeah, they must be.
He said, yes, they are.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Ben Arnold, I'm still looking for a set of...
Wyden GDS wheels.
Yes.
We'll find some, buddy. We will find some. I have been looking, mate. I haven't forgotten you. That's for sure.
Matt asked, how's little mate Mia going?
Yeah, she's good. Mimo or Nicole won't let me take her out at the moment because of all this corona crap. So she's just at home chilling, much to her disgruntlement. She can't go out with the magnificent Poppy. But yeah, she was a bit of a pain in the ass this morning, to be honest. But yeah. She is 4 though, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah. Vintage Bikes. I've seen a few in Victoria on Gumtree for sale. Agent Gaming. Okay. Tom S. E30 two-doors. I meant if it's a 318 IS, keep it stock.
Oh, I struggle with that.
Struggles not to pull it apart.
I can't help myself. To leave the headers on or take them off. Are they going to be different to the other car? Will I make an exhaust? I don't know. So just talking to myself, guys. Just trying to decide whether to take headers off or leave them on, or what to do.
Where am I up to? Okay. Mr. Jack, taking the girls out for the day would... good work, top dad. That would be something that they always remember for years to come.
Yeah, that's it. And it's good to get to know their friends too, especially if you just don't know what issues are going to come up down the track. And if you actually know their friends, you know what I mean? It's easier to solve problems and help where you can, you know?
Okay. Hoonigan Brad. EXC 300s. Nice. I've got a 125. Great bike. As long as my wrist holds up, I'll be getting one. I'll just do whatever and get one. I don't care. I want one. That attitude seems to work for Red, so...
Just make up the craziest scheme you can and aim high. And cross your fingers tight.
Yeah. Surf Paul. Yep, lots of folks up here in North Jersey, near New York City, been buying up cars, lots of cheap stuff thanks to the outbreak nonsense. Happy Easter, folks.
We haven't had, there's not a lot of cheap stuff happening yet. It hasn't really hit Australia. I've done a few people are buying cars, but nothing's been...
No one's buying cars, everyone's just buying toilet paper.
But there hasn't been, I'm just looking for WD-40, there hasn't been a lot of cheap stuff getting around. Like, people are buying cars, but they're not like full-on fire sales or anything like that, you know what I mean? It's just, it hasn't really hit Australia properly yet. Like, the government's done really well, you know what I mean? They have actually contained it well and seem to be getting it happening, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay. But Arnold, you're all right, mate. I know a set will turn up. Cheers. Comments just keep coming in.
Yeah, that's what the live stream's about, mate. You seem surprised.
Yeah, well, normally it's not this many.
How many people are on?
62, but last time I was filming it was, a lot less.
Numbers have dropped a lot since I stopped editing.
Matt's spent all morning cutting, polishing the Falcon. While you hate polishing cars, wouldn't help, it's a Falcon.
I love it. There's nothing more satisfying than detailing a car. I'm hanging to do the red Jag, like it's going to be awesome.
You can do the Mark II if you want. Tom S. Just don't be that guy who puts a respect to elders Beamer sticker on it and tint the tail lights and headlights.
No. Respect your elders. What are you trying to say? I'm old. Jeez, dude, a bit rough.
I wasn't saying that. They were saying that.
You were thinking it.
Thought that for a long time.
Jesus Christ, I thought we were friends. You
Yeah.
rough on me.
I gave you my crashed SS.
It's more like chewed up and spat out than crashed.
Oh, yeah. Hit a tree, bounced off another car, land in front of a daycare, and then cut out through the back door. That's good. It was an SS. Ford FGX was going to work on the AU Falcon yesterday, but of course the fun police stopped me from work on my own car.
What's that?
With no one else around.
Where were you?
Yes. Wondering if you guys would want me to put you on the camera stand or tripod so it's not shaking around.
I'll get it for you, man.
Yeah. It's big turbo right there.
A bit disappointing with the old S600. It's where do you want to sit, man?
I'll set it up and stand.
Okay, that goes. They flip out like that.
Yep. I'll pass you this for a bit.
Yeah. All right, so here's where I'm up to, guys. I'm just pulling the fan off now. I've just sprayed some schmegma on these. I don't know whether to undo it from the cylinder head or from down here. I'm going to try and do it from down here. If I can get them undone, I think that'd be my best bet. Engine mount's done. I'm going to pull box out at the same time, so we'll just lift it up with a forklift. This side here, yeah, I don't even want to look at that yet. But yeah, we're getting there. It'll just be engine mount. And yeah, we're getting there. Won't take too long to get this one out. I don't know whether to, I'll pass you back to Jake. I don't know whether to,
Might be a bit shaky.
What's that?
Oh, them.
I don't know whether to put this motor back in over here or just do it at home. So how, when you say the fun police, like they told you couldn't work on your car, who was that? I've got the door here, not all the way, like it's halfway down. So when you drive past, it looks like no one's here. I don't want to. If the door's all the way up, you can see it from the road, and I get heaps of people calling in all the time. Because I don't really work here, and the parts thing Leith does, you know, I don't know what's here and what's going on, so it drives me freaking mental having to say to people, oh, sorry, you'll have to come back, oh, sorry, you'll have to come back. It's just easier to keep the door shut and, yeah, not have to tell people to piss off all the time, which sucks, but when you don't know what's here, you don't know what's here, do you? So, yeah.
All right, where are we at? Agent Gaming, do you have a 1985 ag bike? Because I have one, and I'm going to be doing a series on YouTube about working on old bikes and stuff on a budget. But
I don't have any ag bikes, but I probably can chase some up out here.
I think that might have been to Vintage Bikes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey Red, what's happening? How's work going? Are you on the dole yet?
No.
No, he's not that lucky.
No, I'm not on the dole. No. I should be okay. I've backed my mortgage and stuff off to minimum. So my overheads aren't as high. Obviously I've still got to pay money for here. I'm not a big on the dole sort of guy. If I can get by without doing that, I will. Yeah, so, you know, I'm a big believer in like the dole and social security, and that it's there for people that really need it. And at this stage, I don't. So I'll leave that there so people that really need it can get it. Yeah, I'll just keep working away as much as I can. Definitely not moving forward, but not going too far backwards either. So, yeah.
Where are we?
Looks like these exhaust studs are going to come off easier than trying to undo them down the bottom there. So,
I'll still got to fix mine where it leaks at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, this here will have the bits and pieces you need, I suppose.
Yeah. Tom S. Well, if it saves your wrist, go for it. Yeah. About my wrist with the hole in the camera, it gets a bit shaky.
Yeah.
Where else? Agent Gaming. Well, I will subscribe to Vintage Bikes Australia or Oz, because we are fixing the same stuff. Awesome.
It's all about.
Yeah. So with this, are you going to change the gearbox?
I'm going to run this gearbox.
Yep.
The series 1 and 2 gearboxes are pretty much the same. From what I've read, the Series 3 gearbox is slightly better than a Series 1 gearbox.
Okay.
Not by a whole lot, but every little bit counts. Plus, it'll all still be bolted up and full of fluid, and sometimes it's just easier to leave well enough alone, you know?
Yep. Yeah. Because I was thinking if I do the same thing to the Series 3 behind you,
yeah,
that they can't see.
yeah.
I wanted to run one with overdrive or a 4-speed instead of the 3.
Yeah, you'd have to convert the 4. You'll be back to a 4L60E, so expensive. And
Yeah.
Unless you can just get a 6-cylinder box, like a Ecotech box.
Yeah. I was thinking, what was the one from the VNs?
Oh yeah, the early ones. Yeah,
Yep.
That'd be a better bet for sure.
And then it's not computerized, so.
Yeah, cable. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And that way it's not revving off its head, cruising down at 100. Because I think coming over, it's sitting on. If you try to sit on 100, it sits on 2.7.
Yeah. I don't find them to be too bad.
No, they're good.
The boxes in these Jags are basically a GM box, so they're a turbo 350. All very, very similar to a turbo 350 anyway.
Ben said he took the van out for its first test drive yesterday and it went good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm still keen to know who was the fun police. Who was it? The coppers that pulled you up for working on your car? It was.
I don't know, but I want to know that as well. Matt's, yeah, Ben, panel van looks awesome. All right.
Bloody mosquito trying to bite me.
I wonder what people reckon I should put in the Mark II Escort. I want
a floor.
Yeah, but after that, motor-wise, I want to put a Cosworth in it, but
very expensive.
Yes, extremely expensive.
Barra.
No.
You know someone's going to say it.
Yeah, and I'll ignore them.
Oh. So, many of you guys still at work, or you're just stuck at home? I suppose a lot of you guys would work in warehouses, things like that anyway, wouldn't you? You wouldn't. Not a lot of you would be bloody baristas making coffee for people.
Yeah.
Bloody mosquito.
FGX. Thinking about buying an XR6 Turbo or an XR8 and swap the motor into my AU. I've looked at it, a couple wrecks. Looked at a couple wrecked ones. Secret scroll. That's it. Everyone hit the like button.
Yeah, man. Go for it, guys. So, what is there? 60 people watching. How many likes have we got?
10.
10?
Yeah.
You do know it doesn't hurt. Like, not even a little bit.
Oh.
I'll lube up that button now, and you guys just smash it. What do you reckon? Consider it lubed.
Matt, Pinto, I've got a 2-litre sitting there. But it's just, I don't know what it's actually like. It's been sitting outside for, probably since I was a baby. It was my uncle's.
So it's brand new, because you're only like a small child.
Yeah, but.
Or am I just an old bastard?
He wrapped that, his Escort around a tree, or power pole. So, motor's all that survived out of his in the diff, so I got that there.
I would do the floors, get it going.
Yes.
Same as the Mini. Just get it going, and then worry about everything else.
Yeah, but
you know
what I'm like.
My answers, do you?
No.
Because I don't play the talk shit game.
No, but see, I want to do something different with it. Hoonigan Brad. Have to go. Have a good day, Red, and you too, Jake. All right, mate. See ya.
Dude. Thank you for joining in, mate.
So, was this streetcar culture? What's happening, guys? Still working, Red?
Always working, mate. I've got one into Harvey Bay tomorrow. Not flat out, but enough to keep poking along and still feeding the kids and doing a bit, finding a little bit of time. I've wasted the last week putting security systems. That mosquito's driving me mental. Putting security system stuff in. So yeah, I'm getting there with that, and I'm really happy with the cameras and that have gone in now, and the alarms. I've ordered, you know, those motorised air raid sirens that go and wind up and go hard. I've got 2 of them coming, and we can operate them from off-site and everything, and heap of floodlights. And there's one camera setup you can buy, and you can actually move the camera from your phone to adjust it, right? And then I've got these other things you can press a button and it turns on lights and sirens and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I can mount like an air rifle or a really high-powered BB gun on one of them with a laser pointer and set up a trigger system to the 240 button. And yeah, if you come in here and I go, because you can talk through these cameras, if I hit it and say, "Oh, dude, you got to go, you're going to get shot," and then and just start shooting them with the laser pointer.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Does that sound like a plan, guys? That's a video.
Yeah. Not for me, because I think I got charged with one of those gel guns.
I don't care. Charge me with it, and then I'll just come around and get charged with something proper. Stay out of my yard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was in my yard with one of those gel guns, and I got charged.
Yeah. But I reckon I could mount one up the top there, right? And control it from the swivel camera, easy, and have the other button for a trigger setup, like an air trigger setup or something. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, little turret on the top of the roof.
Yeah. No.
What's this? Grain ball still working. I work at a freight company.
Yep.
Awesome. Where's me 253 parts?
It seems like us dopey truck drivers seem to be able to still work, which is great. To be honest, because I've dropped my mortgage down and I've paid all bills up to date and I've sort of stopped spending a fair bit. My stress levels, honestly, and just thinking in my head that I'm not striving forward, I'm not trying to, do all this stuff. I'm just surviving, just poking along, making sure that kids can eat, making sure they got toilet paper. I'm failing at that. My stress levels are just down, guys. Like, I'm just happy and it's awesome, So, yeah. And Jake taking over editing YouTube. I've got a mad TV series in my head. When I did go on that trip with the girls, the other time when we went to the movies and that, one of my daughter's friends, Jo, she wants to be like a screenwriter and all that sort of stuff. And I actually have this sort of car comedy sort of series, Aussie young kid sort of series that I want to do. Yeah, it's going to be pretty funny. And she's keen to get on board to sort of produce this TV series for you guys. So this year, it's going to be funny. It's going to be on.
Yeah. See, if I start editing, I'm going to push him to finish the Valiant.
Captain will be wearing a dress and everything. It's going to be mad.
Oh, I'd pay to see that.
Oh, you just have to go down the local toilets on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Local public toilets.
Yes.
Oh, are you watching, Captain? I'm pretty safe because I know that he doesn't watch any of this.
Yeah.
Just so as you know, the exhaust manifold, ta-da, comes straight off.
Agent Gaming, how much do you think Ford XD's windowless panel vans are worth?
Being an XD, worth a little bit more. I had a XF panel van here. I've actually got some doors, some mint doors to suit that, rear doors, with no rust and that in them here. I don't know. Is it a V8 one? It'd have to be 6 or 8 grand, wouldn't it? Something along those lines, surely. I'm coming back. I'm just.
Yep. Secret Squirrel. I'm in the construction industry, so always have to work. At least you know how to work.
Yeah, that's it. I don't mind working, to be honest. Yeah. It's not,
Vintage bikes. What about bags all around on the Jag?
Yes,
the rear?
Yes, it would be great, but you've only just jumped on board. I have probably 30 minimum projects going at any one time. So to spend that sort of money on one vehicle, it'd knock a lot of the other vehicles out to be able to work on them for a long time, because it just, as you know, it costs a lot of money to build a bike or a car or anything like that. The stuff I do isn't that high-end stuff. Yes, something will come through the yard at some stage that might have bags in it, and I'll modify them to go into something else. The other Jag that this motor's going in, I've done all the interior and that in it, but yeah, yes, I'd love to, but no, I don't have the money.
I'd be worried about the bags tearing or popping or something like that.
I had airbags in a Subaru Liberty.
Yep.
And it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was great, but one did pop, and then I had to change it out for springs. But if I had just one car, yes, I'd probably do that sort of setup. But I'd rather get the Jag going, use it and enjoy it, and get stuck back into that hardtop, get the LS going, and yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. At times, yes, I do. Will spend big money on something, but yeah, in order to keep things going, I have to save. You might move around the other side here, Jake.
Yeah, I will.
On this side now.
Actually,
Does that
sitting
make
here.
sense, vintage bikes? Yes, I am a tight ass, but somehow I seem to be able to. You're probably better off going there. So
I got the whole front of the car in you.
What's that?
I've got everything there.
Okay. Yeah. I do what I can to get everything done, but yeah, money does become an issue at times. But yeah, I don't know. In time to come, if the channel gets big enough and we get sponsors, hopefully someone will sponsor me an airbag setup, and then I'd find something really tricky to put it in there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day.
Where was the comment I was up to? Streetcar culture. You guys should film together more often.
Well, it will be soon. It's just, I'm always in the truck. Like I do 12, 14 hours a day in the truck, so I'm never around to film. So, yeah. I'm trying to work it out so that there'll be more content all the time, guys. We're just starting now to get Jake on board to do a bit, and we will, yeah, it'll all work out. We'll get the channel back on track. Like, things, as you know, took off so quick, and we had so much interest. It was crazy, but then I just couldn't keep up with the content. I just couldn't keep up with working and editing and everything. So it sort of fell off a bit, but we'll get there. Nothing a year in the tropics wouldn't fix.
Thoughts on a LS in a LN106 Hilux? I want to do that if the 253 blows up.
An LS in anything would be great.
Yes, but Hilux being as light as they are, I reckon it'd be just mental. Like, the 253 is going to be great, but I'm already pushing it with snapping axles and everything else.
As I've said to you before, Jake, you don't have to floor everything. You can, like, you don't have to put it to the floor.
But if you put an LS in it, you're going to want it. And then I'll crash it, and then you'll have another LS.
We're going to be doing a, I've got a xj6 down the front there, so I want to do it super tidy, the right wheel, super low. That's one I might do with bags, because you can buy bag setups for them pretty easily. I want to make that white one. I've got a gearbox there in the hardtop.
Yep. But in other words, LS would be awesome in a Hilux.
Yeah.
Go jump it. It'd be fun.
I just love V8s.
Yes.
Even V8 diesels are good.
Yeah. So Squirrel, what do you think of a Brumby on the Kingatow parts page? I haven't seen it. Have you?
I haven't seen it. I do have quite a few Brumbies, and I really do want to get mine going. But once again, it comes down to time. When Jake gets his thing going, perhaps I might get me Brumby going so I can go forward driving.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow! All right. Yep. No, I've seen it.
What is it? Oh yeah, the one on the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beast, eh?
That is. That's awesome.
I did collect quite a few Brumbies there for a while. I've still got them all, but
Jake, put a 2-litre with twin Webers in it. I've thought of that. And I've also thought about putting twin Webers on the 1.6 that's in it.
You need to go and talk. There's a guy around the corner named Peter Thompson, and he's like a Cortina Ford guy around the corner. He's got escorts and early stuff and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
He probably has something. He's a really nice bloke. I'll take you up there and introduce you to him one day.
All right. Awesome. Who thinks I should bring the escort here so it gets done?
Why do you think it'd get done? My stuff doesn't even get done.
Exactly. Mr. Jack, I was still at work, but have taken a month off to look up as an essential service. All right. And $5 super chat from Mr. Jack.
Thank you very much, dude. As always, I really appreciate it.
Yep.
Did I just break that? Yep. That's the worst thing about these old cars is the plastic brake masters all just fall to pieces.
Do you ever, from vintage bikes, do you ever have, do you ever get people just walking through the yard taking little bits and pieces?
Yes and no. It's very, very hard to police it. The cameras, people say, oh, you need to put a fence up. Do you put up $40,000 worth of fence to save $500 worth of little bits of shit each year. The yard to me is around a towing company, okay? And in order to do insurance work, they need you to have a yard. I need somewhere to put my cars and work on my cars. It worked out at the time. Leith had a heart attack and needed a job, and that's how the wrecking side of things started. It's really not that, yeah. It is what it is. I could do my head in if I think about it too much. But yeah, the new cameras I've got now, like I can turn lights on and off now, fucking, yeah. So, and when I was talking about that thing to shoot them, I was actually serious. Because I just do not care. I will shoot them.
Ford FGX. The cops came into my street and told me that I couldn't be outside working on the car. I have a couple days off, and I thought it would be fine to, work on the car.
Wow.
That's, yeah.
Whereabouts do you live? Are you in Brisbane or in one of the hot spots, perhaps?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Was it in the driveway, behind the fence, or?
No, I mean, like, is he in Sydney where there's a heap of cases?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is there a lot of people suffering from AIDS in your area?
Secret Scroll. I've got an air raid siren in my car.
That's the go, man. That's what I've basically bought in the workshop.
Yep. Benjamin, I'm in China still. Good to see Red. Still working hard.
What's that?
Benjamin is in China still. Oh. Yes. Good to see Red still working hard.
Or hardly working. Do you want a drink?
No, I got my water. I'm good. I'll wait for him to get back before I continue reading.
Yeah, no, it's a bit average at the moment, what's going on, but yeah. You'd be surprised how many people, when we were working here yesterday, just turned up to buy car parts and stuff. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah. We haven't got it out here yet, though. What are we saying, Jake?
Okay. I'm going to catch up on a lot of comments. The XD has no engine, but he has 20 of them. XDs and XEs.
Yep.
Vintage bikes. Also, Red, do you have any 5-stud pattern mag wheels that would fit a Holden WB Ute?
HQ wheels. No, I don't think I have a full set of mags for a HQ. To be honest, I do have a mate, Jake. There's a HQ sitting just here that has Kragers, deep dish Kragers on it. But they're not mine. But yeah, Jake could probably sell them. But if you need a set though, I can. If you message me, either through the Kingatow page or just wherever. On Facebook or something, I can pass on a number to you for a mate that has a lot of early H series stuff. Most of my stuff I've got is all HR stuff. I do have some HQ 1-tonner stuff to build a 1-tonner down the track, but yeah, depending on what you're looking for, I should be able to find you something. Just let me know a price range. Flick me a couple of photos of what sort of style thing you're looking for, and where are you? That's the other thing. Sometimes the freight will end up costing you more than what the wheels are worth. That's a big killer with a lot of the stuff we do.
Agent Gaming. I met this old bloke and he had his original Subaru station wagon and he loved it. And I was saying that I had a Subaru wagon and I didn't want to tell him I broke a CV because I was bush bashing it. NZ Gearheads, anyone want to sell me a project after lockdown in the I think it's South Island of New Zealand?
What are you looking for, buddy? What sort of project? Now you're talking.
Yes.
What do you want to buy? What are we building, NZ Gearheads?
Matt's, I found a good channel. It's
Kingatow crew.
the guy on there's too old.
Not bad, are you?
What is it? It's Hustle Garage. Father and son build drag cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the guy with the green HQ? With the big block in it? Runs like 7s or something, one drag week.
Yeah.
Goes over to the States all the time, ran that Chevelle. See, these dopey pricks here in this four-wheel drive, they thought that they were going to be able to come in the yard while I wasn't here. Unless that's Brolga. I think it is. He's coming to pick his kids up. I think it's the bloke used to work for me years ago.
Ford FGX. One of my friends got a LS in his Land Cruiser, but done a diff in it about 2 years ago. But it's fixed now. Even has Commodore seats in it. Awesome.
Absolutely no idea how I'm going to get this out. Look at the size of the freaking the oil cooler. I'm pretty sure that is Brolga. They'll have to come out and load here.
Yep.
So look at these, they come out standard. Look at the size of that big oil cooler at the front there, guys. See that thing there? That's actually a big oil cooler. Standard. Bloody good car, these Jags. I don't know why all you guys don't trade taxis and get one.
What else we got?
Corona.
Stuck at home, but gives me time to work on my Triton engine swap. What are you swapping into it?
And what was NZ Gearheads? What sort of project you looking for, buddy? What are we building?
Not sure, but Josh Gatz. Oh wait, I just read that one. Bryce says hello.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Mr. Jack. That's it. Yeah. Come on, lads. Get likes up. It's not hard, people. Thanks, Jack.
It won't hurt a bit.
No.
Use lube. Lube it up for you.
FGX. It's just one of those cops that doesn't like all the cars in the street that I own. I am planning on getting a shed very soon. Thanks to him, I had to move 2 cars to a friend's place.
Okay. I was in the midst of starting to buy carports and sheds because when I walk out my back door, it just makes me sad when all my cars are sitting outside and not in sheds. And I was just in the midst of getting the money together to put some sheds up at home, and all this crap happened. So all that sort of went on the back burner now until so many cars are still sitting outside.
Yes.
Pisses me off.
Oh, this Mozzie's going to get smashed in a minute.
I'm thinking about going to get the spray in it.
Yeah. Anything gearhead, NZ Gearheads, anything classic under $2,200.
Jeez, I wish you were here, mate. We could go shopping.
Any more news on that Ferrari kit car?
Just comes down to money. I think it's still there. I haven't spoken to him for a while, but
Okay, so if you couldn't hear that, he said it just comes down to money, and he hasn't spoken to me for a while.
I just haven't had the money to buy it, let alone freight it back from South Australia. So,
All right. Ford FGX. In some good news, I got to drive my old XF wagon. I sold it about 8 years ago, and it still looks as good as it looked when I sold it. It drove like it did when I sold it too. FGX sold his XF about 8 years ago, and
I've got some
came across it again.
some hubcaps for the other Jag, for the red one. I'm taking the 20s off and going back to hubcaps.
It's Mix 41L. Just joined the live vid. What's the plan with this XJ6?
This XJ6 I got not long ago. This XJ6, when I scrap cars, my scrapper guy, if anything classic comes in, he gives me a call. The Series 1 that we're putting the turbo on, the motor in it's pretty tired, and I don't want to get it registered because honestly I think it's going to last me a week or two and then have to replace it. So this ended up being a really good motor. Not only that, that gives us our injection manifold to build the turbo intake manifold for the Series 1 Jag. So we're pulling this one out to put in the Series 1 so I can register the Series 1, put a few Ks on it while we build the turbo manifold and modify the injection manifold to run injection, so injected turbo. Yeah, because I don't know if have you seen the red one, the one that I've been building for a while. I've put an interior in it, and yeah.
He also said, "Is this the same one I saw you clay bar?" No.
No. That's the one that the motor's going to go into.
I'm building an XJ6 with an LS.
Sweet.
So now you've got his attention.
Whereabouts are you, buddy?
Does anyone have an old World War II army truck, like a Ford or a Chev? I need a Type 13 cab because my pop made a homemade cab back in the 70s for it, and I would want to fix it. Okay.
If you message me just outside of town here at Goodyer, there's a paddock where I bought some Dodgers a while back, and there are some old Blitzers there, Ford Blitzers with flat heads in them. The guy doesn't really like to sell stuff, but you know, you've got to just be nice and play the game. And yeah, but there are some Blitzers out there. They're not great, but yeah, might be able to. Is it a Blitz that you're looking for? That's the big question.
Yeah. My brother has this is Bryce. Bryce says his brother has an FG holding a ute on airbags, and he's going to put an LSA in it.
FG, aren't they Ford?
Oh, sorry, VF. I read it backwards. And fully wrong. Josh got supercharged Commodore V6 into the Triton. Awesome.
So an L67.
Yeah.
Jake loves them. They've given him many a headache.
Yes.
Just like this bolt right now on this engine mount. That side was easy, it's all done. This side has that much spaghetti and magma.
Yeah. What else is here? Scott asked, do you still have the red VN SS?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
I've got 3 of them. I will sell the good one, the motor and the 411s and all that. I've just got to do a little bit of an interior tidy up on it, a few bits and pieces, and I'm probably going to sell that. I want to buy a XJR Jag, so I think that's the easiest way for me to do it, is sell that SS and then build another one that I've got. So if anyone wants to buy a VNSS, let me know. It's pretty tidy, goes good, box is done, motor's done, diff's done, paint's good, nice car.
Integra, my Hilux has a 2.8 in it. I just turboed it, but I need more power. Fuel pump.
Turn the pump up.
Yep. Turn the pump up.
With diesels, it's all about fuel. The more fuel you can dump into it, the more power. You will never get more power by just turning the boost up. You've got to pour the fuel in it. You've got to get it sooting, burning dinosaurs.
Yeah. Don't do what I did and not turn the pump up. You'll blow it up. Secret Scroll. Just looked up that Hustle Garage, and they're doing a LS into a 1960 Falcon.
Yeah.
Takes the piss out of the Barris.
Yeah, because he runs big blocks and big V8s and stuff like that. Like he just, yeah, good. He sounds like a good bloke then.
Yes. My mate owns a CV8 Monaro, looking to swap for a Commodore of some sort with a V8.
Hang on, back up a touch. We'll start with where. Where are you?
Yes. You've got his attention.
What am I building to get the Monaro?
VNSS?
No.
No.
Oh, no. So when you say a Commodore, what do you mean? Like he wants money as well as, but I want to get a Jag.
What about the white SS out the front?
Yeah, you wouldn't swap that for a Monaro, sure.
Oh, if
You've got to be realistic.
do it right.
Yeah, so.
There are people out there that like that body style.
Yeah.
Me for one. And that was vintage bikes.
That had the mate for the swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff, Peter, cool Josh. I've got a Commodore V6 in my 89 Gen 1 Pajero. Turbo 700 trans as well.
Jono finally got the formula registered in New South Wales on last week, guys, after all this time.
My mate is finishing off his 1200 Dado Utes with an LS in it.
Wow.
Tubbed rear end, etc. Being a long build. Be worth it.
Oh yeah, sounds good. You know that I've been doing this one engine mount nearly for about 5 hours now.
Close to it. No any more Honda S600 cars for sale?
No.
Unfortunately not.
I didn't even know they existed until a couple of weeks ago.
Don't know if he's heard that, but he said he didn't know they existed until a couple of weeks ago. Vintage Bike said he's in Victoria.
Okay. So what's the deal with this CV8 Monaro swap? Like what does the guy want to achieve? What does he actually want?
Have you guys watched Iron Empire on YouTube?
Yeah, not a bad bloke. He seems alright. He's got a hard top like mine, except his goes.
Integra, would you sell the VN you road tripped? That has already been sold.
It's already been sold. That's that. Jono in New South Wales brought that one. I did see another one the other day though. Another formula. Just out the back of Kingatow here.
Is that near the Goodget store?
Nah.
Oh, there used to be a red one there.
Okay.
This is years ago now, though.
It would have been a VP then.
No, it wasn't VT. It was VN or VP.
VP would have been.
Yep.
In red, I think.
You can only see the back of it, so.
I'm going to get started on the SV89 soon this year to at least get the shell done this year.
Yeah. Have you heard of Royal Auto styling in Emerald, Queensland?
No.
Yes, I've caught up with the chat. Slowly.
It's like me on a bloody Wednesday night doing the parts finder. You get me working hard, guys.
Yeah.
Jake used to be scared of the camera.
Yes, still am. The one you road tripped back from up north. Oh,
the
SV89.
Nah, not really.
No. It's a bit of a...
It's a very rare car.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to sell my VNSS because I've got that car to build.
Yep.
And that will replace the SS, basically,
Well,
in my collection.
Here you go. The one for the swap. He wants, not 100% sure, but he told me he wants an older model Commodore with a V8 manual.
Okay, so he's on VH or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VH, VK.
No, shame I don't have one.
So I wouldn't mind a VS.
I want to buy one soon because they're going up in value bloody quick.
Yeah. I'd swap me Mark II for one.
I'm going to have to get in touch with my stepson, Kai. I gave him that VL, but he's done nothing with it. So I might even put my turbo kit on that and sell that on to pay for my Jag.
I would like what I've seen on Facebook the other night.
What's that?
The top plenum for RB30s.
Yeah.
But turns it into a forward-facing plenum.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I might do that. Sell that and pay for a Jag. Yes.
There you go.
Well, we've got many on, have we, Jake?
Oh, we got 68.
You guys must be bloody bored. Oh, yeah.
That's RB30.
Wow.
Stock one cut and change to... Yeah, do that.
You guys must be bored to be cruising along with me while I take all day just to undo one engine mount. I'm hanging to chop this manifold apart to make it into a plenum for the turbo. Awesome.
I saw a 05 CV8 Monaro orange metallic color that sold for what 300k, but had Peter Bricks, I think you mean Brock's signature, and photos of him sitting in the car. All right. My dad said his brother had a VK Commodore with a 202 triple carb. And my dad said it used to fly. I think, yeah, but would just be... hold up.
What's that?
Yeah, but would just use my dad's HK. Okay. Liam, I think that's how you pronounce it. Best engine swap recommendation for a Mark II Escort panel van.
Jake's got an Escort as well.
Yeah,
and
Mark
this
II.
This is a question he asks us constantly.
Yeah.
It depends on.
Okay, I thought about one of the new Mustang motors out of a wreck, just to be completely different.
Yes, that would be awesome. It comes down to price. It comes down to budget. It comes down to whether you want to go turbocharged. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to run a turbo, and what is your budget? That's the best place to start. Best place to start, and be realistic, because if you're not realistic with the budget, the project will never get finished. That's why I'm here playing with garbage, because I'd love to just do an LS swap, let's say, into that other Jag, but realistically, I know this will get done, whereas the LS swap, by the time I buy sump and then do pipes and all the myriad of other shit, it's never going to get done. And get a box, I'm going to have to build a box, there's $2,000, you know what I mean? And then got to do a tail shaft, blah, 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 engine harness. Before I know it, I'm in at $5,000 or $6,000 and the car never got done. Whereas I can do this, it'll cost me nothing, just some time, and I'll spit as I talk, because I'm... yeah, does that make sense? Yeah.
Mix 41L, nice. Can't wait to see the progress on the Series 1. I'm in Sydney, unfortunately. By the way, have you seen the Turbo Series 3 on Hoonigan?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Manifold setup will be relatively the same as that. I'm going to be running an auto because I'm old. I've only got one set of manual pedals for an XJ6, and I don't think it'll be this car that they go into. But that's very rusty because it just fell apart in my hand. Yeah. Isn't that awesome, that thing, eh?
Yes. How much are you looking for the red VN? I'm in the market for one from Integra.
23. Pretty original. Motor's done a couple of thousand Ks, like it's pretty good. Roller rockers, mild cam. Auto's done and shifts really well and really hard. It's got a 411 mini spool in it. If you don't like the spool, that was in it when I got it. I can put a 308 LSD back in it. Exhaust system's good on it. Interior's pretty tidy. It will have a little bit more of an interior tied up. I've got some other little bits and pieces I've collected that the plastics are a little bit better than the ones that are in the car, so they all need to go in it. It's a power pack car, so it's got electric windows. Yeah,
Yes.
paint's near perfect. Yeah.
Right. Bryce, have you heard of Royal Auto Styling in Emerald?
No.
Or I can't pronounce that. Queensland? No. Damn autocorrect gets me every time. Don't know where that was, but Bryce, no. Bryce again, same one.
Saying the same question.
Yep.
If you keep putting it, Bryce, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to block you because you're just being a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, but no, I don't know them. What do you want us to know about them? Is that your business? I have no problem with you plugging your business, buddy. Let's have a chat.
I think it just posted twice because the timestamp's exactly the same.
Okay. All right. Sorry, but yeah, if it's your business, I'm more than happy to talk to you about your business. If you've got a YouTube channel, anyone, I'm more than happy for you to plug your YouTube channel. I'm happy to support anyone that's having a bash. Like, honestly, like, yeah, really happy to support anyone at any time.
Mr. Jack is looking for a VRVS SS / Clubby, Manta or GTS.
I know where there's an eliminator, a VS eliminator. I looked at it the other day. It's really rough and really shit, but from what I can figure, they were just a dealer pack.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it has got a kit on it that looks alright. I don't mind the wheels that are on it. I'm gonna try and get these wires from underneath, I think.
So I know where there is a VS Clubby that was mint, but is now.
This Jag was mint too.
Oh, this is only a couple of years ago. It's just been left outside, left with the windows down. It was ordered with the GTS wheels, 3-spoke, and in a special colour. Some weird purple.
Poo brown.
It's just been let go and it's sad.
It's like me. I've just let myself go. I'm just a bit sad now.
It was manual too. Will Holdings go up in price? Well, will all Holdings go up in price? I have stock standard 2011 VE Holden Omega Sports Wagon on 20-inch wheels.
I made a prediction, okay, when Holden closed, that it's not going to go crazy and go up. It's going to go up normally, right?
Yep.
But what is going to happen is, and I heard it from a lot of blokes this morning on a video that really know the car industry. High-grade mechanics they don't work on crap like this. Like very good at what they do. And they did say that they're seeing now guys going back and they like the VX or they liked the VS Ute that they had when they were 27 years old. And now they're actually going, well, I can't buy a new one. It's time to buy that VS Ute and make it absolutely perfect, or build that car I had when I was 27 that I loved. And that's the trend they seem to be going on now. Is it's not so much the XY GT or the Monaro, it's the SS50. If I didn't have my 50, I'd probably go and buy another one and do it up, because it is one of my most favourite cars. That's really good English, that was. That shows you how retarded I really am. But you know what I mean? But that's the trend that I see going on. So yes, the price of the cars are going to go up, but those cars are going to be worth that money because they've been restored. I don't think that, you know, that shitbox there, if it was a Holden, is going to go up in value. It'll still just be priced according to condition.
A Honda K24 in a Escort panel van. Yes. I don't like Honda motors.
That would, yeah, VTEC, yo, that'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Most cars go up in price eventually. Rest in peace, headphone users.
VTEC, yo. Like, one It's might just tilt that back a bit. Is this CA18? They're very underrated sort of cars. Like the SR20s sort of fuck, look how rusty that is. God damn. Look at that. That's so bad. Look at that. It's all rooted.
That's worse than my Mark II Escort.
I don't get carried away, Jake.
Mine doesn't go that far back. I've only got this part missing.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah, it's pretty wild.
Plenty of room for a dump pipe.
Look at that. Look at the bushes have been eaten out by mice.
Oh, yeah, smashing with the tripod. There.
All right. What to do next? Oh, this side is pretty well been done. You can get that earth leaf here.
Oh well, it just moved on me, so I don't know where it was with comments. Other than tracing wise, I'll try and go back and find where I was.
I'm gonna grab some clear out of the truck.
Okay. FGX, and it's about only got 90,000 Ks on the Commodore. I've got. Okay. Keith Jones, standard models won't go up in price. It's the V8s that are going up in price because they're collector cars now, where the V6s will go up later on. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Keith Jones says VN SS selling for about 40 grand at the moment.
Well, there you go.
Can't get them.
Mine's 23. I'll put mine up to 25 then. Still a bargain. Get your cash out. I'll go buy the Jag.
Yeah. Mix 41L. Yeah, it's sick. Hold on to the set of manual pedals. They're rare as rock and horse.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
they're just not around.
Where are you guys planning to run? Well, what are you guys planning to run for engine management?
Haltech.
Yes.
Whatever. When we go to when the motor's in and everything's set up, whatever the latest Haltech is that they've brought out, I'm not going to go and buy it now and have it outdated, just in case this job goes on the back burner. You know what I mean? Like as you guys probably realise, I've got a 1.5 trillion bloody projects. So just in case I get sidetracked and another job gets done in front of it, I don't want to have a engine management system sort of sitting around, you know.
What else we got here? Josh Gatz, would you be interested in a VP Calais International? My dad's got one, pretty much original.
Sounds like it's out of my price range already. I've actually got a VP International interior sitting in my daughter's cupboard. Every bit of plastic, you know, the tan leather and the black piano finish dash around the top of the door. I've just been waiting for the right car to put it in. I've had that for a while.
Okay.
How much is it anyway, mate? It might be something someone else might want, just because I don't want it.
Throw a price up. Yeah. There's a VS or VR Clubby or there's or Magna selling in Victoria. Manta, that's better. Red, you saw my P76 startup video, and you commented.
Yeah, mate.
What else? Can't pronounce that. What's that? Two Cross. In the States, working on a 1984 XJ6. Same year as mine.
You should go and show him your car. You should see Jake's. Jake's got a Series 3 just there.
We'll go over in a bit.
Jake's got a Vanderplar. So a Vanderplar in a Jag is like a Calais to a Commodore. It has every option, like every chrome strip, every piece. The engine management system back in the day, the whole bit.
Yep. Except mine's been taken back to carb.
Yeah. But it'll be taken back to turbo soon.
Yes.
Must be the power steering. Or not? No.
To cross, no start. So I'm guessing it doesn't start. Mr. Jack, who does that to a clubby? Yeah. It's, I won't say who it is. Is it for sale? No, because he's a tight ass and would rather let things rot into the ground than do anything with them. Like, he couldn't even be bothered putting the window up. Other than tracing wires all over the back to the computer, I've done it all. So I can't get his xj6 to start.
Oh, you won't start. Has it got the fuel injection on it?
Yes. He's traced wires all over, but hasn't traced them back to the ECU yet.
No, you won't do that, man. The ECU's in the boot, and the wiring harness is as thick as my arm.
Yeah.
All right. Where you get a spray bottle, right, and get your just spray it into your throttle body. See if it'll start. See if it'll fire. Get a start there. See if it's sparking. See if your ignition's actually working. And then chase it from there. So just treat your throttle body like it's a carby, spray some fuel in it, turn her over, try and get it to fire. It will run. Be careful because when it spits back, trust me, it'll burn your eyebrows off. Mine have only just grown back. But yeah, that's where I'd start, mate, is just to see if it's got spark, see if it's going to spark. Test your spark in some way. If you're there working on it now, let's work through it together while we're doing this. What do you reckon? What was his name?
That is Two Cross.
Two Cross?
Yep.
What do you reckon? Let's try and get it going for you today, buddy.
I'd
swap you. You can undo this.
He's
wire here.
he's he's in the States, so.
Create spanner.
Where is it? Yeah, traced all the wires in the engine bay, but yeah, hasn't found anything.
So is it
It's time to go back to carb until he turbos it.
That's what Jake. When I bought Jake's car, someone had already converted it back to carby. But then I had to put another set of carbies on it because the carbies were fucked on it anyway. But,
yeah. Thoughts on the Carnage Boys Valiant wagon? I haven't seen it.
The Carnage Valiant wagon. I'm not a big Valiant fan, to be honest. I appreciate what it is. It's not rusted out. It's a classic, but yeah, I'm not a. I like my hard top, but that's about as far as I go with the Valiant.
Nice clear safety glasses under there.
What was that?
Sorry. Nice clear safety glass under the fork.
I just don't want crap in my eyes.
Red, that forklift looks like it's about to break, and that forklift starts up better than my dad's 2004 S-Pack Crewman.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
She's done some hours, that thing. I'm telling you, she just keeps on chugging. The other forklift, the motors, we've got a turbo diesel motor to go in the other one at the moment.
He said if he pulls the spark plug out and sprays some carb cleaner down, it'll fire, it'll start.
Okay. All right. All right. So have you got fuel? Have you got fuel pressure? That's your next one. So if you've got spark and obviously air's going in, there's only three: spark, air, and fuel. So you've got spark because it's firing, right? You've got air obviously because your throttle body will be opening. So we need to work on fuel. Can you, when you turn your fuel pump on, there's 2 fuel pumps in the boot, okay, and there's a switch on your dash to go to either tank. I don't know whether yours runs a single pump and a diverter for each side, but fuel pump is your next thing. Has it got fuel pressure?
All right. Mix 4L, 41L. You said my favourite words. Vanderplas. No any for sale. I need a Series 2 or 3 to match my LS XJ6.
I've got a Series 2. Where is he?
Whereabouts are you? No, I'm pretty sure you said he's down in Sydney.
Okay. I've got a Series 2 out the back. It's not a Vanderplas. It does have the silver pieces on it, but it's got no rust. Like, when I say no rust, I don't mean it's got a couple of little bubbles. I mean it's got no bubbles, nothing. It's mint. I have pulled it apart a bit, though, for parts for my Series 1. But, yeah, if you wanted to do a restoration on a Series 2, the body on that thing is absolutely spot on. I'm cutting that wire. I'm over it. I don't actually care about that anymore. Let's undo the shifter and cross member, because that'll hold that. And then we'll be...
Injectors don't squirt. Are they seized?
Are your injectors, do they... Okay, next one is then to see if your injectors are ticking. So get a long screwdriver, like a doctor, and put it against it and see if your injectors are opening and closing. So put power to them, okay, or turn your ignition on and see if you can hear them clicking to open and close. That's your next step.
Yep. All right. Keith Jones, red at Bob James. You can get 3 tyres and 1 free.
Yeah, but you've got to buy.
Oh, can you get?
Yeah, but they're expensive tyres.
Yeah.
You don't get those deals on cheap tyres. You can still buy tyres cheaper.
2 Cross said, I'm in my garage as we speak. As we speak, you guys are awesome. Jag life, isn't it? If I remove the fuel line that goes to the fuel rail, it'll squirt gas out, but as I turn it over.
Yep, that's right. That's
okay, so fuel pump's working.
Will it fill up a 600ml Coke bottle like almost instantly? That'll tell you whether there's enough fuel, whether the fuel pump's lazy or not.
Okay. Explore. I go away for a bit and come back, and Red is under a car supported by a forklift. Yeah, that's about right.
Better than being supported by a crane.
Yeah. 2 Cross, the injectors will click when I put 12 volts to them.
Okay. So the injectors click, you got fuel going to it. The only thing it can be then is that the injectors are blocked. To me, like it's... Yeah, I reckon the injectors are blocked. I did do a video a while back on how to clean injectors on the floor. If that's helpful to you at all. When we come back from that trip in the formula, we used the jump pack and some carby cleaner.
Okay, he said they won't click when the car's turning over.
Yeah, I'd say that they're seized up. I'd say the injectors are seized up.
Yep. MX4L, how much would you be looking for the Series 2? If it runs and has no rust, I'm interested.
Probably $1,000. Pretty much got no interior in it, but
yes,
it's a good shell. And the motor, I have had the motor running. The gearbox in it was rooted when I got it, but there is a gearbox in it, and I can give you another gearbox.
Do you want me to grab that and you can take him for a walk?
What's that? Oh, no, it's fine. I'll get this done. We're starting to run out of light. The front and rear end's worth that in it.
Yeah. What happened to the TX3?
TX3? Which one? The white one? Which TX3?
Sure. Yep, we'll fill up a can nearly instantly.
Okay, so fuel pump's fine.
Yep.
So it sparks, the fuel pump's fine. It's got to be injectors, mate.
Yep.
There's nothing else it can be. It's either injectors or you've got an ECU issue, like triggering the injectors. So, but to me, it must have been sitting for a while, I'm guessing. If it's been sitting for a while and, yeah, if it's been sitting for a while, I'd say the injectors are blocked. But it'd be strange if every one of them was blocked, so that's the thing.
Yeah. They just don't click when it's in the car, so they're not triggering. Agent Gaming Red, do you know any push bikes from 1930s? Because my bike is a
No.
1930 police bike. No. Needs a
Not-
motor.
What's that?
I said it needs a motor.
Not something I come across very often, sorry.
Alright. If I take a jumper to them, they will click, so I know they aren't locked up. Yeah.
They still might be blocked though.
Yeah.
Like the fuel just destroys them. Can you pull one out and turn it over and see if it'll spray?
Yeah.
That'd be the next bet.
Yes, the white TX3.
Okay, the wiring harness was all chewed out by rats. So it was just basically rooted. I was gonna, with that, I was just gonna put my turbo kit on it and have a quick daily, just to put a turbo kit on it, have some fun. But by the time I put a full wiring harness in it, we decided we might as well just do that to my proper all-wheel drive one and not bother. So it just ended up, it's a parts car now because, yeah, because the wiring harness was completely eaten out by rats, which was a real shame. It's not a bad car, it's just the effort to put a wiring harness in it's, yeah, when I've got 50 other projects.
Right. Keith Jones, RT Valiant Charger's gone up in price. Sorry about the spelling.
They always were expensive.
Yeah.
Like a rusted out shell's $5,000.
Yep. Mix 41L, how can I contact you outside of the vid regarding the Series 2?
Just Facebook, Kingatow, the towing page, or just Brendan Reid on Facebook, Messenger. Google Kingatow, and you'll get my phone number on Google just for the business. It'll be there as a Queensland towing company, Kingatow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not something I desperately want to sell, but if someone's actually going to do something with it and not just part it out, it's just too good of a car for me to strip any more parts out of it.
Okay. He said, two cross with the Jag in the States. I put new injectors in, I put a new starter, and after putting it back together, it wouldn't start.
Okay, so it hasn't been sitting that long.
Maybe
Maybe the O-rings on the injectors you put in pulling air through or something. Have you definitely fitted the
he said they're just not triggering when you're winding the car over.
Are all your earths connected up properly?
Yeah. Brought a motor from a wreckers in Redcliffe and the fuel rail was clogged from sitting. That was Integra.
It is very, very common for fuel rails these days with that E10 in stuff. It's just dog shit.
Yeah. Who's this? 1979 Hardy. What's this? Oh, I can't pronounce that. Was a good year for Tiranas.
Never been much of a Tirana man. Or girl. Tiranas have never been my car. Like Leith loves them. His first car was a Tirana. But never really been my cup of tea.
He two cross. I have another xj6 that was all rusty, so I stripped all the parts. I have all the parts on hand.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
This thing's just, it's a silver, it's a long wheelbase butt.
That's fair.
I bought it for the interior. And I collect the front and rear ends as well for hot rods, to do hot rods, but
never gets around to building them.
But I've sort of gone to Toyotasaurus for them now anyway. All the glass is still in this thing. It's a, can't remember whether it's an electric window car or not. It's got the silver trims over the wheel arches. Motor's in it. I've had it turning over, but have I started it? I think I started, maybe the alternator had a bearing in it or something, or water pump might have been seized, something like that. But the motor did run. I haven't started it since. The gearbox is rooted, but there is another one in the boot.
That was the one we're going to pull the alternator off for mine.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's quite a good car. It's just
Pull right out. Good old Subaru Outback. There I see my 05 H6 premium spatter head gasket at a bit over 200,000 Ks. Should have done an LS1 mod rather than ditching it. How much are Suzuki DT400 S's worth? I don't even know what that is.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Explore said I had more Tiranas than you could poke a stick at. Wish I kept some now.
For me, it was Monaros.
Yeah.
That's what I sort of had a lot of.
Aging gaming. I have a SLR. What is that? L32.
Yeah. I'd sell it instantly and buy a Jag.
Mix 41L. Cheers, guys. I'll be in contact. Definitely don't want to part out a rust-free Jag.
Yeah, that's why it's still sitting there. Like,
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
I think that's the one that you talked about turning into a drift car.
Yeah. But that's not going to happen.
No.
Someone eventually will utilise it, I hope. Like, I'm hoping that young blokes will start to realise how good of a car they are.
Yep. What's this here?
See, like, the fuel tank's in it. Worth $500 all day.
Yeah. My dad used to have a 1972 GTR Tirana LJ, but you see the XU1s, not the GTRs. To the best of my knowledge, earths are okay. The big bundle of earths on the back of the cooling rail are clean. If I take the meter from the battery and put it on the back on the black lead off the ground. Oh, sorry. If I take the meter from the battery and put the black lead to the ground, I see 12 volts on the meter.
Could it be your airflow meter is fuel cutting? You know what I mean? Or these don't run an O2 sensor, do they? No. Could it be your airflow meter is not letting the fuel go through? Because if it's not feeling, you know what I mean, the flap's not opening, throttle's not working, it'll stop fuel. You know what I mean? Like it's got they don't have O2 sensors to sense gases. So I'm grasping at straws here, buddy, honestly. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Okay, Agent Gaming said that L32 means a 253 Holden motor in the code on the tag.
Yep.
Alright.
Right.
Integra, favourite car of Adam LZ?
What's that? You have to ask him.
Yeah.
Oh, what's my favourite car that Adam LZ's got?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Shit. I don't know. I like his cars. I can't think that there's one that I desperately could live, would want.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jade has said that car is definitely getting lower on the forklift.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Two Cross said he swapped the airflow meter with a spare, nothing changed.
Okay, all right.
Time to run Helltech and put a turbo on it. Agent Gaming 4.2s are 253. Yes. I've got a 253 in my Hilux that didn't want to build up oil pressure. Mr. Jack said, I can't stand Adam LZ. Think he's a flog. I haven't watched any of his videos.
I appreciate the effort that he puts into his videos. I can respect what he's made from it all, honestly. Yeah. Takes a lot of commitment to keep it rolling.
Alright.
It is very hard when you put yourself out there, like your personality, you know what I mean? You sort of put yourself out there hardcore for everyone to judge, So in that way, it is a very hard thing to do. But yeah. None of his cars are ones, I do like them and they're well built, but I can't think of what ones he's got that's like, I don't know. I'm not a full-on import dude, like the same as if you asked him the question about my cars, I don't think there'd be anything that he'd be sort of interested in either. Because we sort of live in different worlds.
If anything, it'd probably be a Skyline.
Yeah, but even then it's a 33.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing special. Mr. Jack said, just not my type of person or content.
Yeah, I must admit, I did watch a lot of it there at one stage, but I sort of slowed down on him a bit, I suppose. I'd love to know whether they stole the idea of the shed skid thing.
Yeah. There is him. Two Cross. Hey mates, I have an injector out of the engine pointing up.
Yep.
I can turn it over and report what I see. Awesome.
Right. Sounds good, buddy.
Mr. Jack, Kingatow all the way.
Nothing like going from the biggest to the smallest.
Yeah. Who else you can get, say, stick their hands up into something like this and get bitten by spiders?
I didn't even think about that until now.
Yeah, that's the point. Then you're scared putting your hand up in there.
I'm more worried about my knees on the rocks.
Yeah. I think they changed motor set up for the HDT. Then they changed to 308s after the VL. Adam's got a midnight purple 34 Skyline.
I'm not a big Skyline person.
Yeah, if I was gonna have a Skyline, I'd want an R34.
I'd have a 32.
Yeah, but I'm not as old as you.
That's just because they're the best ones.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come down to age, it just comes down to it being the best one.
I'm just more like the look of the R34.
I can't get the freaking speedo cable there. Driving me mental.
Mr. Jack said it's all about the way you use it. Was this Darren VK HDT was a 4.9 litre. Aussie Bogan bloke. As long as spiders don't have the Rona, lol. And look, you can stand on it again.
Yeah, save the old man's back. I did let it down before. It didn't sink itself. I just did a little bit.
Yeah. Kingatow 100% because you show every little detail. It's not like
I'm not afraid of hiding my fuck up. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's like for real Aussies fixing car fixing. No offense, Red. I know you want a VL turbo, but I hate the crap.
What was that?
Out of.
What was that?
Yeah. No offense, Red. I know you want a VL turbo.
No, I don't.
But I hate the crap out of looking body kits. Yeah.
I'm telling you now that honestly, there at one stage, right? There at one stage, I bought a few cars to build on the channel because people were asking for them. I got given a VL, right? And a mate needed money, so I bought his VL turbo motors and all the stuff so he could feed his kids. That's how I ended up with a VL and turbo gear. Yeah, I'm not your VL guy, honestly. And if I put that together, I'm going to talk to Kai, and if he's not going to do something with it soon, I'm going to build it and sell it to buy a Jag instantly, no questions, like it can go.
I wouldn't mind an RB30 in a VN.
I'd do an R31. I was going to do that in that wagon, but
yeah.
I've just got brown things to do.
Two Cross said no Jag. Two Cross said no fuel came out of that injector.
Yeah. All right. If you go back through my videos, you'll see a video on how to clean fuel injectors at home.
I thought you said they were new ones.
Yeah, still it might not be opening, but if you can power the injector up, okay, and get carby cleaner, so connect your battery up to it. We've done a video on it. If you look for the dates of the last one of the Ayers Rock road trip, when I got back with that formula, it had blocked injectors, and we cleaned the injectors on the floor here using a jump pack or just a battery, right? And a bit of tube and some carby cleaner, and you'll be able to clean your injectors. We did a video on it, so yeah, you'll be able to get them working, mate, without going and getting them done. If you can find that video.
Two Cross, after turning it over a few times, there's a big pop, like gas igniting in the intake.
Yeah, that's just unburnt fuel and stuff.
Yep.
That's just, one or two of the injectors must be firing enough to fill the manifold up.
Yep.
I'd swap you if you come and undo this freaking speedo cable. I'd come and do that. This is driving me fucking crazy. Get your screw on tight. It's fucking not a cable one anyway.
Josh Gat asked if you like Skid Factory.
Do you know what I was just doing? Right, I thought this was a cable speedo and it was an electric one, and I've been trying to undo the bolts to hold the thing in, and I just looked in and I've already unplugged the wires. I just wasted all that time. So yeah, a normal YouTuber wouldn't have told you that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I would have gone, yeah, I got that.
Mine's electric
it's all
speedo.
done. But no, I'm retarded, obviously, and just wasted all that time.
So do you like the Skid Factory?
Very knowledgeable.
I do. I like it.
they're very, that Al really knows what he's doing, that's for sure. I watched some of their stuff. Some of the builds they've done aren't my cup of tea, you know what I mean? Not what I'm interested in. So, yeah, I don't not like them. Yeah, very good at what they do, very knowledgeable. I wish I had their money, but yeah. What do you guys think?
Hadzi has asked, "Hey Red, were those mini carbs the right type?"
What's that?
The mini carbs, were they the right type?
I couldn't open that up. I've got carbies on the mini now.
Yep.
I couldn't open that up because I was driving, and then I forgot all about it. To be honest, Hadzi, I ended up buying a side draft Weber that we're going to use for the supercharger, and yeah, I bought a side draft Weber. That's here already. It's turned up, and I ended up with a small 1.25 carby on it now that I bought off. I went to do a tow, believe it or not, and turned up at this guy's house just down the road here, and he had a shed half the size of my shed, just full of mini parts, panels and cars and everything. So it was just a luck of the draw once again. I just walked into the right place at the right time.
Two Cross said, "I have a Land Rover too. I must like pain."
The Jag will be awesome, buddy, once you get it going.
Yeah,
to me, it sounds like you've got injector problems. Like, they're not opening.
Yep. Red, do you have a Series 3 Land Rover for sale?
No.
No.
I don't even know what they look like.
I can check to see if there's 12 volt going to the injector wires. What do you think? To see if they're pulsing in the actual harness.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Every little bit of information helps, I suppose.
Keith Jones, Dad owned a VN Interceptor, had, what's this? I think you mean ported heads on it, quick car, best, stop disappearing. Yeah, ported heads on it, quick car, best thing I had. I had a quad exhaust pipe, so nobody knew it had, and had 3.8 badges, but it was a 5 litre. Two Cross, $2 super chat.
Thank you very much.
You guys
buddy.
are great.
Really appreciate it.
Hopefully you get things sorted with your Jag.
Let me know when you do get it going, though. I'm keen to hear what you found. I wish I could have been more helpful, buddy. Must have had an oil leak real bad at one stage because they've shoved like that to catch all the oil.
Is the Mini Supercharger a Corolla type sort of drill?
No.
No.
I'll,
What is it? AR something 500?
It's an AR 100. I've got. Oh. There is another big supercharger in the boot of the Mini. This is the one we're going to run on the Mini. That's what we're running on the Mini. Okay. So that's what we're going to run on the Mini, and I'll show you what Corolla ones are. I shouldn't be pissing about that because I'm rapidly running out of daylight here, guys.
Matt Crick said, "See you next time, guys." Porky looking at buying a 1963.
The ones off the Toyotas are about twice the size. I can't get it out of there. There's shit piled all in on top of it.
Right.
But I do. The Corolla ones are about that big, and then I've got another one that's about that sort of size as well. But when they're that one that's in the drawer there was on a Commodore, like on a 3.8 V6. but because it was too small, it was just like pumping hot air into an engine.
Yeah.
All right, I reckon that this is ready to come out.
All right.
Give or take. Cut that wire there, and that's it. And I'm ready to give it a bash anyway.
Porky, looking at buying a 1963 Vauxhall Victor as a project for my dad. Has anyone had anything to do with them?
Everything's rusty.
FGX. There was an EA Falcon on the marketplace I was looking at buying. It runs on LPG, needs a little bit of work, but it would be a great club rego car. Aussie Bogan, thanks for that, Red. Mate, cheers.
Should we actually help? I might get some keys to that thing and put that back around and dump that. Keys are in the truck.
Agent Gaming, Red, what do you think of Jensen interceptors?
Yeah, I love them. They're sort of weird enough to be cool.
My pop had one in the 70s. He spent like a 100k on the engine back in the day and got it stolen. I'm frustrated with Holden. I'm frustrated with what Holden did to the Monaro. They had a single double exhaust, but Vauxhall had double pipes on them. So they sounded better because of the fuel tank. Aussie Bogan, dinner time. Cheers, fellas. Have a good one.
Yeah, mate.
Watch out for the bats and the Rona.
Thanks for joining in, buddy.
Alright. And we got 44 likes and 60 people watching.
Got any more likes there, guys? What do you reckon? Give that up.
We're up to 74 people watching earlier.
Give it a bit of a walloping.
Everybody just smash it. Oh, we got 45 now.
Mad. Thanks, guys.
What's the bet this blows a head gasket straight away?
It's already blown.
Oh, there you go.
I bought it the other day. We've got a head gasket on it. We'll sell it.
Can't wait for me and my dad to get my mum's old VB 308 Commodore going. Hasn't run in about 20 years.
I don't know. It goes crazy and rings on you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So, yeah, can't wait for the... Hasn't run in about 20 years. Had... How's the SV89? Untouched.
Still sitting there.
What camera are you using, Jake? This is just Red's phone.
Samsung S10 or something like that. Some 5G, some crap. I'll get him set up with me camera.
Two Cross said Bolton injectors back in, then I'll check 12 volt at wiring.
Yeah, you should be able to should be able to get your test light as well. And while you're turning it over, push the test light in there and it should pulse. You know what I mean? If you don't have any nodes, any injector nodes.
John, build a Subi. Right, and then gaskets are the least of your worries. Alright, least of your problems. My Foz pushes 302 horsepower.
I've got a mint WRX at home that's just been painted, a 99, 2000 model. And I've got two WRXs out the back there, and there's an 09 Forester there with the 2.5. And I've got a bottom end in the car over there, but I've got to use those twin cam heads to build that. That thing's going to be mint. It's got black leather, black. It's a really nice car. I'm going to give that to Nicole for daily. Yeah, so got some Subarus coming up. As soon as this Jag's done, then I'll be doing that Subaru to sort that out for Nicole.
SV89 still rusty in the back window. Yes, it's been untouched, so. Before you put that down. Thoughts on the VT panel van? Thoughts on the VT panel fan that was on Facebook?
VT panel.
It's still a wagon in the back.
I've got a mate that's got one out here done as a Sandman. So Sandman written on the back and a mural on the side. Is that the one? Cookies, maybe?
Not sure.
Wondering what I'm doing and why I don't just put it down, is because if I have to pick it up again, I need to be able to get to the front of it to pull the motor out, but just in case I've got to lift it up, I'm still going to be able to get back in here. Does that make sense now?
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, the VT panel van.
Is it a black one with Sandman written on it?
Black one with a Pontiac GDO I seen it at a car show before. I'm not sure.
I do have
We
a
got
mate
55 likes.
Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yep. These mozzies are smashing me.
This YouTube thing's a bit crazy the way it works.
Yeah.
It seems like YouTube itself, they don't really like to promote Australian content, which is fine, like, you know, but we just have to work that little bit harder to get to where we need to be. So, lucky I don't mind doing a few hours, eh?
Yeah.
Look at that, standard strut brace from factory back in the day. Mad.
Greetings from WA. Going to make a start on restoring my grandfather's old HR Holden in the next year or two. It's currently in, what's this? I think, was it Tassie?
Okay,
We might bring it over.
What colour, buddy? What is it? What was it originally? Tell me a bit more about the HR. I am a bit of a HR fan. You didn't show old mate. Is he still there? The guy doing his jag? Or did he go for dinner?
No, I believe he's still around.
Ask him if he wants to see your car.
Yep. Oh, if you're listening to that, do you want to see my XJ6?
I swapped Jake for my motorbike for that one. Mostly just because I wanted him to have a jag.
Thanks for the live feed today. Muchly enjoyed them. That Outback is only a 4-cylinder one. My
What's only a 4-cylinder?
Outback reconnecting. Okay.
All the early ones were 4-cylinder.
Yep. So
Who thinks I'm going to get this out of here before it gets dark?
not me.
Right.
There's too many comments. Yeah. So that Outback was your one's a 4-cylinder. My house lady wants to know how Mia is going.
She's good. She's poking on. She's at home.
With family affair and all.
Oh, haven't heard from her. Like, she kicked up all that stink about custody and all the rest of it. And then when we said, look, you're going to have drug tests and supervised visitation so you can get to know her, we just never heard from her again. She just sort of gave up. And I even think her solicitor even sort of said, look, you're a freaking dimwit. I think you should leave that kid alone because she's happy and healthy and you're just a piece of shit. So,
Ancient Gaming, what editing software do you use? And do you use Windows or Mac?
definitely Windows. I'm not an Apple guy. And the software is... What's it called?
I don't know. But do I tell you I end up pulling my laptop out and charging it?
It's called... It's not a free software, I know that much. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I haven't edited for that long. I'm just going to grab a knife. Hang on.
All right. For a member writes, there should be a 12 volt to the wire with key on position.
Come and show him your VT, Jake. I've got a seatbelt out of it. This is Jake's SS. It looks like it's been chewed up and spat out. Look at that. Isn't that mint? Hands up if you're lucky to be alive.
This is good for something still.
Yeah, so this car's got a tuned ECU in it. Yeah, and a few little bits and pieces that'll get used on the white VX out the front. Yeah, to make it a really nice car. I'm pretty keen actually to do a tidy up on on that white one out the front. She's going to be a nice car.
Yeah.
This had a built auto in it, and it's been smashed front and rear. But I am going to try and get another auto and this auto and see if I can't. I've never ever rebuilt an auto before, but I am a big believer in stupid people can do it, so why can't I? I'm going to try and build one out of the good bits that are in this. I don't know if it'll work or not. There might be too much smashed, but
the rear of the tail shaft got wedged into the back.
Yeah, and it smashed the front of the sump. It's been smashed. Like it's rooted. Like it's hit the crank. It smashed the front off the heads there. Mounts are gone. Like it's bad. Extremely bad. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's even, see, it had aftermarket fuel rail on it. It's broken that. Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Like, there's an engine mount, which is in front of the motor now.
Yeah. Very lucky to be alive, dude.
Yeah. Like, you wouldn't think so, but that wheel is actually still attached.
I can do. Alright, let's get this out before it gets dark.
Yep.
That car looks good at dusk.
Yes. Good on 20s too.
I love it when a engine company or a car company actually put lifting lugs on their engines.
Yeah. I noticed the Motor Enemy Hilux, the diesels, they had those. They probably knew it's going to blow up.
I'm fairly sure I haven't. Oh, tail shaft. It's going to spew fluid everywhere. Might end the live stream if that happens. Sure, I lift it up once more and drain fluid out of it. I'm going to run out of daylight.
You're going to run out. Or do you continue this tomorrow after you tow?
Yeah, I suppose it'll be no traffic. I'll just see what else needs undoing. See if I can pick up what it's putting down. I think it's a bit dark.
Alright, trying to read through some comments. Two cross, not sure if it does or doesn't with the 12 volt with the key. The injectors on the Jag, are they meant to have switched power with the key?
No idea.
Okay.
They're a weird mechanical sort of injection, so I honestly don't know.
Yeah. I have Noid lights. I'll put them
Yeah, that's the go.
out. Yeah.
You got Noid lights, just cheering. You don't even have to do it any more dodgy ways.
It's on the Secret Scroll set. It's on the Kingatow parts page. What's that? Red put. Keith Jones said, Red put a window in the SV89 and go road trip it to see if it holds.
How do you know I haven't already put one in there?
And it fallen back out already. What's the story with the little orange tractor?
You can buy it if you want it.
There you go. You can buy it if you want it. What happened to the Mercedes with the V8 in the yard?
Sold it to panel beater, mate.
Alright, so it's been sold.
Yep, mint, put a starter motor in it, started up. Mint, really good. Done a massive shed skid. I'm going to unbolt that oil cooler.
Yep.
I've got to bang my head on that.
I'm glad that was on camera. I'll replay that later.
Other than that, I think we're golden.
Day in the life of a forklift driver and wrecking man and car collectors, otherwise known as Red. Alan, special 3-speed crash, light blue roof with, so this is the VH, I'm pretty sure. 3-speed crash, light blue with white roof, 55,000 miles, was my daily driver in the in the 90s. It's a bit about the same colour as the one you sold not long ago. VH. White with blue with white roof.
Oh, your VH or something, is it?
Yeah. No power at the injection wires.
That'll do it.
Yep. Keith Jones said, Bob Jane is ripping us off. Where it's $400 for tyres, we can get them from Kingatow at $35.
That's right. You spend all your money at Kingatow.
Yeah. Not many blokes do old VH SLEs these days.
What's that?
Not many blokes do the old VH SLEs these days.
I got a mate that bought one recently for massive money, right? And I said to him, why did you spend that much money? He said, because it's painted. Apparently down in Victoria to get a car painted, it is just wildly massive money.
I wouldn't mind a VH.
I'm not a big fan.
It's as close as I'll get to a VK.
Can't think like that. You got to think that
Yeah.
you're going to get everything.
Yeah.
Everything comes. You just got to wait. You just got to keep looking, working, and it all turns up.
Yep.
If you don't believe me, go and have a smell.
Secret Squirrel was a editing software, I think. Okay. On the Kingatow parts page, there's an editing software.
I've got,
Formula editing software.
I've got editing software. It's called
Something.
yeah, something.
Yep.
But it works good. I got to remember, I did edit 100 odd videos.
Yeah.
Like I did
Two Cross has said it's almost 3 a.m. in Wisconsin. And it's 5:51 here.
It's almost Corona time.
It's almost time for me to go home and start drinking. No. I go play with the Hilux. Hey Red, brought a VN Calais and a VP executive for $1,500 to do a LS swap. What do you reckon?
Anything with a V8 sounds good to me.
He's just rushing because he's running out of light.
Sounds good. Like
Yeah.
anything to play with is good. You know, like if that's the model you like, and
Two Cross, no 12 volts when turning over.
So,
Okay.
has it got an alarm system on it, or a kill, or a
Immobilizer.
immobilizer on it? Because that'll, like, it'll turn over, but it'll kill the ignition if it's got an immobilizer system on it. I fucked around with a HR one day for hours. I couldn't work out why it'd just fire, and if I held the ignition on just a touch, I could get it to run. It's because it had a kill switch in it. If I turned the ignition all the way, kill switch come on. But if I just halfway in between on the ignition, it'd fire and run. Yeah.
Sounds like the L67 in the old VT when I didn't use the right BCM. Is Vintage Dirt Bikes still on? I don't know. Are you? Ben Arnold's $5 super chat. I'm off, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you very much, Ben. And, mate, I really do appreciate you and your family support, mate. I really do. Say hello to your kids. Well, I'll say hello to your kids. Hello, Ben's kids.
You have a price on the little tractor?
Oh, Christ, I don't know. What are they worth? A couple of grand or something? It's got a slasher with it. It's got a slasher? Yeah, it's got a slasher. It's got 2 new rear tyres. Needs a starter motor or something, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it needs a starter motor, but yeah. I don't really know much about it, to be honest. I bought it. That's what I paid for it, I'm pretty sure. And just never used it, so. I'll undo that auto cooler and then we might call it a day, I think, and I'll do the rest in the daylight tomorrow.
Alright.
So I'll get a
Agent Gaming, I got a go edits a video for YouTube himself.
It's the game.
Yep. 2 Cross. This is why I was thinking of tracing wires back to the boot.
Well, if you need an ECU, if your ECU's routed, tell me and I'll send you this one. I don't want it. We're not using it. So.
Alright. Keith Jones, Jake, you can buy a VK for 10 grand. Have a look on car sales.
Problem with that is you need 10 grand.
Yeah. I don't have 10 grand. I have a Hilux, so I have no money.
He doesn't have $10.
No. I do. No. Spent it. I think. I got $5. Okay, we're at 15% battery power.
Alright guys, we're going to pull the pin. Thank you very much for joining in. If you haven't liked, just smash it now if you can. That'd be fabulous. I've got a tow to do tomorrow morning up to Harvey Bay. If you want, we can come and finish this off tomorrow when I get back. If you're keen, what do you reckon, Jake? You keen?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do that. So thank you very much guys for joining in. It was a bit of a rambling mess of a live feed. We are going to get into editing videos because Jake's going to jump on board, which is going to be awesome. And yeah, we'll see where we end up, eh? If that all sounds exciting, hit that like button, say hello to your sister, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Quick question though, Red. Do HR special wagons have brake boosters?
If they have disc brakes. Drum brakes generally come out with no brake booster. Disc brakes generally have a VH40, I think they're called, which is a remote brake booster, but you can put a brake booster onto drum brakes to make them work better. So yes and no and yes and no, depending on the option. Yeah, generally disc brake, yes.
All right. And 2 Cross, good luck with that Jag. We're going to have to pull pin.
Cheers, buddy.
All right. See us.
See you.
If it wants to turn off.
Top corner.
Yep. X.
That one, yep. And then okay.